Hello everybody and welcome back to Masu Pro Wrestling. I'm your host and sole commentator, Masu Pro Wrestlington. And tonight we're going to start off with Idol Division I keep saying number one, but it's one-on-one contests. Starting with MPW's own Bunny Bean Usaino. And, I mean, I would say we're in no man's land. The Idols are going to have to try to figure out who's going to be the next number one contender, earn their shot, but last week we did see Emrys Morgana pick up a win against the current reigning and defending Idol Division champion. So maybe Emrys Morgana has already shot her way up to the top of the rankings and has earned herself a shot. That's for the bosses upstairs to decide. And it's for everybody else to try and focus on just getting those wins, focus on impressing the boss upstairs to get your opportunities. Because the way Rize won her championship was by earning herself an opportunity talking to the bosses upstairs. But speaking of Rize, one of the Shogunate's right, or the Archon's right, or I think the Shogunate's left hand, one of the hired muscle for Rize, the new champion, Azanaza, making their singles debut. They debuted last week, and now they will be in their first singles match. It's going to be bun-on-bun violence, but it's going to be a whole lot of fun for this match. You get very few first impressions. Usually people just get one, but sometimes people get two, but you want to make sure that you lead in on the right foot for your first impression. In MPW, can Azanaza pick up a win against Usaino? And pick up their first win ever. One-on-one. I mean, Usaino's going to be a hard person to take out as your first matchup, but it's not impossible. Usaino is kind of an underdog when it comes to fighting because they are a rabbit, but this is going to be a bunny brawl. Inzaguri by Aza. And a deadlift German. Maybe looking to prove themselves after their leader lost their match. They want to make sure that they're not seen as weak. You know, they want to be able to be as useful to the Panda Archon as they can be. Losses may not be tolerated in the Shogunate. Sending Usaino into the ring. And going up top for the first time, what will we see from this new up-and-comer of the Idol Division? One of the two new Idol Division members. What can we see from them here tonight? Kick out of one. Kip up. Kip up and get caught with an Irish whip. Ducks under. Back elbow. If I can already make an assessment, swinging brainbuster. It looks like Aza has a similar high-flying style to Usaino, so this will be sort of a matching styles here. Whoever can pull it off better might come out up top. Bumps him. And now Usaino trying to get something here off the ropes. But they're going to get sent over them to the floor. Naza saying, come on in. Ooh, a little bit. Oh, I was going to say misscouted it, but nearly clearing the ring post. Nearly clearing the ring post. Going after Usaino. They got all the way up there and they said, you know what? While I'm up here, I might as well just do it, you know? I'm already up here. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for them, but an impressive athleticism nonetheless. Usaino lighting up the chests of the bunny. Making them bright red. Usaino back and forth. It has been a back and forth contest pretty much since opening bell. Neither one has been able to take advantage going in or out. But who can take that advantage and hold on to it, the momentum, is going to be the one that can bring that can win the match. Spinning them around. From that back position, it's very dangerous because Usano can send you down the rabbit hole and you don't really come back from that. Flapjack. How do you guys like your pancakes in the morning? And now just pressure onto the chest in between the turnbuckle and the foot. These bunnies' feet are crazy. That's where all their power comes from, so you've got to be careful. As Usano showing off their feats. The prowess and power of their feats. Now slowing down the pace, but still allowing themselves to get some more damage. And they might feel the pain of the feats in a second. Nope. Not a bunny hop, but a splash from the bun. Kick at a 2. Nearly putting Azo away. But Usano eyeing up their prey for the bunny hop. Pele kick does connect to the right cheek, and now looking to put them away officially. Bunny stomp rolls through, though. Of course a bunny would have the bunny stomp scouted. Aza sending Usano into the corner. Looking for something, setting up Usano in the corner, dragging them in the back for a clone explosion in the corner. But it looks like they're not done with Usano just yet. Forearm. And they got Usano set for a DNA DT. got a DNA DT. There we go. Got on the second try, and Azanaza got it on the first. Picking up their first ever victory in MPW. Starting off 1-0. That's right. You picked up the first win. Making sure that everybody's eyes are on the Shogunate. The trio is not to be trifled with, no matter what you think, but that was our opening match for tonight, as we will move on to some Icon Division #1 contendership, or one-on-one action. Whenever I say #1 contendership, just assume one-on-one. All right, we'll see you there. All right, coming off of that, we are starting with some Icon Division, trying to figure out who will be the Icon Division #1 contender for Zarataro's Icon Division Championship. And a newly looking Gaelic Angel is going to make his way to the ring. I mean, we've seen Angel fight only, I believe, once in this new look, and it's so far gotten him some success. Can it push him all the way to victory and maybe his first Icon Division Championship? He's had it so close, but just no cigar for him. Can he pick it up here? Or can he pick it up this time if he gets one more shot? He has got to impress the bosses upstairs, pick up wins, and try to get that shot. Gaelic Angel is a very impressive talent, and he is looking to maybe pick up some championship wins. 2-time openweight champion. I'm excited to see what this new Angel has to offer. I was about to say that I think the sound guy is on vacation, but no. It's Greg. Greg is going to be Gaelic Angel's challenger here tonight. Greg, one of the members of the Coalition of Humans Against Treachery. The people that took out the MPW4 in War Games on a couple Saturdays ago, a handful of Saturdays ago on MPW, all on the line. I mean, a bear was able to pick up a win against was able to pick up a win against Sleepy last week. Can his friend and partner, it looks like, Greg, be able to pick up a win against Angel? I mean, you never really know what to expect against Greg, someone like Greg. But if I were to be a betting man, and I'm not a betting man, I maybe would go with Angel. I think Angel has, on paper, a lot more than Greg has, but we don't know what to expect from Greg. He's very creepy. Not a lot is known about Greg. He debuted against the champion Zarataro, so maybe we could see a rematch between Greg and Zarataro this time for the championship. I mean, debatably debuted. He wasn't on the active roster at the time, but he is now. Hand-selected by B.A. Tycho himself. And it's going to be Angel versus Greg. Angel's going to take it immediately out the gate. First blood goes to Angel. And a DDT. I feel like this one might be a quick one. But knowing Greg, he is very durable. You know, whether he's picking up big wins, he's very durable. Leg lariat. Spins Angel around. And grabbing Angel by his hair and just uppercut to the back of the neck. Greg's going to that middle rope. I don't think we've ever seen, oh my god, diving knee from the middle rope. I don't think we've ever seen Greg versus Angel before. So this will be an interesting match, to say the least. I will say Greg seems to have the recent reach advantage on Angel. They collide in the air, but neither of them really gets it. Ooh, Angel sending Greg over the top rope right in front of the French Canadian commentators table. And it looks like Angel is raring to fly over the top rope. It may be a different look for Angel, but it's the same guy under the new paint. So, running big boot. Bicycle kick from Garreth over the knee. Or against the knee, rather. Angel looking to put Greg in a single leg Boston Crab. The referee's still counting. The referee's saying get into the ring. The referee's not playing this game. I say, like, some referees are more lenient than others today. She is saying get in the ring. This is where the fight needs to happen. And Greg gets another leg lariat off. Right hands and a big overhead chop. Greg was very impressive in the War Games match, but nearly got eliminated a handful of times. Was able to be saved or kick out, but Greg was nearly the one to pin Garreth Unported in the War Games match. He had many chances that nearly put Garreth away, but Garreth would always just barely kick out. Referee getting in the way of Angel. Maybe the referee's got a bias against Angel. Who can say? But of course it was Blueness to get the pin for her team, or for their team, excuse me. Sends Greg off the ropes, ducks under, spinning heel kick. Greg is on wobbly Dream Street, getting choked out in the corner. Unfortunately for Angel, Greg likes being choked. Going for the cover. 2 count for Greg. Kicks out at 2. Angel, God's last gift. In the center of the ring, God's last gift hooks the leg. 1, 2, kick out at 2 again by Greg. It could take one more big move from Angel to put Greg away. It looks like Greg is dreaming right now. He's seeing Tweety Bird, elbow drop. Angel puts Greg away. 2, kick out again. Angel warming up his hands. Could we see a fall from grace to Greg? Or will Angel underestimate him? Twisting the arms, slowing down the pace of the match, working the limbs, rest holds. But Greg getting his hands in between Angel's ribs. Spinning Angel around. Oh no! Angel's up top. The Gregening! The Gregening by Greg. 1, 2. Nearly puts Angel away. Nearly putting Angel away, and now forearms stazing Angel. Ducks under. Oh, Jesus, almost a spear. And knee strikes from Greg. I think Angel should have tried to take it when he had the chance, but Greg is now having a whole new burst of energy, busting open Angel. But when is Angel not busted open? Greg over the top rope, cannonball connects this. He's the only one who's been able to hit that in a while. Dropping his knee onto the concrete though. Single leg drop kick from Angel. Splash to Greg. Floats over Greg, elbows. Some MMA style ground and pounds as we get to the 6 count. Could we see a count out loss victory or a double count out, the first ever double count out in MPW history, sending Angel into the steel steps. Greg's gonna make it in 8 count. Greg might be taking the count out victory. Angel's gotta get back up. He's bleeding. 9. Angel's gotta get back up. Life back in him, but I think it's too late. No, Greg takes the count out victory against Angel. And Greg has just picked up a win. The Greg cheese is real. As we will move on to our semi-main event of the night. The semi-main event is calling. And it's going to be one-on-one Idol Division action. It is going to be Tyranno Maximum to start us off. Tyranno Maximum coming off of a loss against ShmeepsWorld for the MPW Openweight Championship. At all on the line, but now Ty is setting their sights on the Idol Division Championship. Can Ty get that shot at the Idol Division Championship that they wanted since the beginning? They haven't really nearly had enough chances as many other people on the roster, and potentially we could see maybe an upset victory for Tyranno Maximum. Ty's gonna start off for here tonight, and I mean, if Ty can impress the bosses upstairs, I think anybody could get a title opportunity. Ty is someone that shocks the world every time they step into the ring, no matter what they do, win or lose. They are always trying to pull off crazy moves, whether it ends up being their downfall or their victory. Ty is an impressive talent. It's always fun to see them step inside those ropes, through those ropes into the squared circle, and I'm excited to see what they pull off today. And I mean, if they could pick up a win, they could potentially see themselves an Idol Division title shot for sure. I would say that Ty's biggest downfall is their own desire to one-up themselves, you know? But speaking about someone that keeps one-upping themselves every time they step into that ring, it is Blueness. Dubbed B.A. Tycho's good little soldier, Blueness is the one that put the nail in the coffin for Garreth's Icon Division Championship dreams for Season 2. Garreth Unported is now banned and no longer eligible from the Icon Division Championship. B.A. Tycho's goal was always to take out the people that he felt were abusing the systems. And I would say, hey man, to be an unbiased commentator, whether you agree with B.A. Tycho or not, Garreth and Merlin definitely abused some systems. That shit they did to Sleepy in Season 1 was crazy, so... deserved, maybe, up to you folks. But B.A. Tycho came in and said he wanted to take out all the treacherous members of the MPW roster. Thus, he created the Coalition against... the Coalition of Humans Against Treachery, a.k.a. CHAT. Blueness immediately jumping off the ropes, and this is another high-flying style match for Tyranno Maximum. And the last match they had was, once again, with ShmeepsWorld. And the reason I feel like they lost was they were kind of trying to be flashy with it. You know, high risk, high reward, and they just risked too much. And they ended up losing it. But can Tyranno Maximum pick up the win here against Blueness? I would say it's going to be a very uphill battle for Tyranno Maximum, as Blueness has been on their game since joining the Coalition. They've been doing their best to make sure that they are doing whatever they can to pick up wins for the Coalition. Death Valley Driver! And Blueness encapsulated that at all on the line to by pinning Garreth when nobody else was looking in the War Games, picking up a War Games win, adding another accolade to their illustrious career. The winner of the MPW Openweight Tournament, the Ultimate MPW Openweight Tournament, a winner of a War Games match. It's very rare when that happens, like those things happen. They're not championships, but they're big accolades for a career that is great on a resume, and could definitely earn you future employment and title shots. Imagine walking up to McDonald's and being like, yo, I want to work here on the cash register. It's like, oh, well, what have you done? I won a Wars Games match and was the Ultimate Openweight Tournament winner of Season 1. They would be like, you're hired. Absolutely. Neither of these two have had a shot at the Idol Division Championship, or will they have... I don't know if Blueness has had a shot at the Idol Division Championship. Ty has had one shot. Actually, maybe a couple shots. I don't remember. But neither of them have held the Idol Division Championship. And I know Blueness is fiending for that... Oh my god, super kick. Hooking the arms for a German. Blueness is dying for an Idol Division Championship to bring home to B.A. Tycho. And a power bomb. Blueness rolls out of the ring, playing a little bit of cat and mouse with Tyranno. Ooh, the spin kick, the head kick, blocked by Blueness. Russian leg sweep. Working over the arm now of Tyranno. Maybe looking for a submission victory, targeting the arm. Very unlike Blueness, but could potentially be something into play. You never know what they'll pull out. Jumps over. Jumps over again. And Ty grabs the ropes this time. Drop kick doesn't quite connect. Drop kick doesn't quite connect. Doesn't quite connect. These two are just trying to pull off their fancy moves. They're not even seeing where they're aiming. Jumps over. Shoulder tackle takes Blueness down. And Tyranno Maximum inverted soup. If Ty can take these opportunities, that might be a rope break, yep. If Ty can take the opportunities they're given and be able to get in as much damage, you know, not try to do too much, I think they could definitely pick up a win here over Blueness. That was the problem with them in the Openweight Championship match, is they had that opportunity to put the champion away, but they didn't take it. And a third DDT, third time's the charm. Blueness is not looking for a fourth set of head trauma. Spine buster. It feels like Blueness got a little mix of everybody from the Coalition. The bear hug spine buster, the head scissors. They got a little bit of everything. Powerful grappling moves from B.A. Tycho. Blueness going up top, though. Maybe looking for a moonsault. Connects! Defying gravity. Blueness, two count. Nearly taking it. And we see this very rarely, but could we see... Nope, never mind. I was going to say a blue moon, but no. And a jackknife powerbomb from Ty. Ty's lining up Blueness in the corner for a splash. No! When face meets turnbuckle, that is just what happened to Ty. And Ty picks up for the power slam. Rolls through, though. Blueness rolling up Ty. Could steal the win here right from under them. Kick out of 2. Blueness going up top again for the 3rd time. The 3rd time this match. I think this is what they have it scouted. Oh, no. DDT. Oh, my God. They're pulling out everything. Jumping DDT. They're making sure that they have the... They're making sure they can hit this. They don't want to miss it. But maybe they're making too many choices. What's it? A blue moon connects to put away Tyranno Maximum. 1, 2. No! Ty kicks out at 2. Tyranno Maximum kicking out at 2. But Blueness doesn't seem phased. They are back on the attack. Making sure that whatever they do next is what keeps Ty down. Double stomp into a kick, and double stomp again, but Ty rolls through. Wacky inflatable clothesline. Wacky waving inflatable clothesline. Inverted soup. And another jackknife powerbomb, nearly hitting their head on the ropes. Blueness back up top, a second moonsault, potentially, or are we going to get a rare treat? We're going to see this once again. Blue moon, reversal clothesline. Ty has an opportunity to put Blueness away. Extinction bomb. 1, 2. Kick out at 2. And a DDT. Ty needs just one more big move to put Blueness away, but so does Blueness. Half and half. And now this could be dangerous for Ty. One small step and he could crash, or they could crash and burn. Diving over the top rope right in front of the French-Canadian commentators. The reward was worth the risk for Ty, it seems. Blueness with the right hand. Super kick. 4 count. Takes Ty down. Puts Ty in a submission hold. I was talking about this earlier. Trying to wear down Ty. Wrenching at the back. Twisting the back. Contorting the spine. The ref slowing his count, but saying, hey, you gotta get in the ring. Blueness is taking their sweet time, just wearing down Ty. 6 count, but could that be an issue for them? They might get counted out. Blueness looking to make it back into the ring, maybe? Yes, I thought maybe Blueness was looking to fit, to do what Greg did. However, Blueness isn't going to go home with a count-out victory. There's no way Blueness would take a count-out victory home to be a Tycho Blue Moon once again. 2, 3. No way Blueness is coming home with a count-out victory to be a Tycho. B.A. Tycho's good little soldier picks up another victory, and maybe we could see Blueness in contention for the Idol Division Championship. If Emrys has anything to say about it, we'll have to see, but impressive victory after impressive victory for Blueness as we will move on to the main event of the night, Icon Division one-on-one contest. All right, it is time for the main event of the evening. Icon Division one-on-one contest. We will have Merlin versus Tabby Cat. Interestingly enough, Garreth is nowhere to be seen with Merlin. We saw Merlin follow Emrys Morgana down to the ring last week. No Garreth in sight, and I feel like we have very, very, very rarely seen Merlin walk down this ramp alone. We'll have to get more information, and when I get more information, I will tell you guys, but it seems like Garreth Unported is on house arrest right now. Or maybe worse. Garreth Unported nowhere to be seen when it comes to Team Wizard King. They have been inseparable since Garreth's initial debut, so it's very interesting to see Merlin without Garreth. Merlin is going one-on-one with Tabby Cat. I mean, Merlin or Garreth may not be able to have the Icon Division Championship, but Merlin still can, so maybe his eyes are solely set on the Icon Division Championship now. Tabby Cat, another little bit of a dark horse in the Icon Division. A former openweight champion, had an insane upset victory against B.A. Tycho. No, it wasn't B.A. Tycho, it was Bonk, I believe. But that has been about the championship lineage for Tabby Cat. Picking up a win against a former two-time Icon Division champion would be very impressive for Tabby Cat and would probably skyrocket him. A lot of new blood has been in the Icon Division #1 contendership area, right? We've had Zarataro challenge for the championship. We've had Potato challenge for the championship. First-time challengers both times. Could we have another first-time challenger for Zarataro's championship once again with Tabby Cat? Or will we have a veteran of the biz, MerlinGTB, the winner of the first ever MPW match of all time? Merlin sending Tabby Cat into the corner, but cats and corners don't go well together. Powerbomb. When cats are in the corner with the silver belt, I don't know. Something, Gareth's on the moon. I don't know. Tabby Cat getting into bear hug. Locking a bear hug, trying to wear down, just squeeze the life out of Merlin. Don't mistake it now. Just because that looks like a nice big hug doesn't mean that it's something that Merlin wants. Running neck breaker. Beautifully connected. Back elbow. Off the ropes, colliding, using his momentum and his elbow to deal some damage. Alabama slam from Merlin. And now, speaking of, we were talking a little bit about people not being in title contentions for a while. We were talking about Tyranno not being in title contention for a while. I feel like Merlin has been so prolific in the title scene and has been just like synonymous with the Icon Division Championship. But it feels like we haven't really seen him in the Icon Division Championship title contention picture in a long time. He was the champion going into the final show of Season 1. Did not leave the final show as the champion, and since then he has not had a real close shot for the championship. Elbow drop. And now Merlin is just taking it to Tabby Cat, manhandling, running power slam, and hooks the leg to Tabby Cat. 1 count. Way too early to call it, but really showing how this match is going so far for Tabby Cat. Tabby Cat ducks the lariat. Fucking what the hell? I have no idea what that was, but Merlin rolls out. And sends Tabby Cat off the ropes. Spine buster, elevated spine buster. From Mr. Magic Muscles himself, Merlin. Deadlift. Just flattening him. Tabby's trying to roll out the ring in front of the French Canadian commentators, hoping for some help, but scoop slam. He's got nowhere to go when Merlin's falling out. Bumps him. Following him. Merlin already looking like he's calling for the end. Misses the shoulder tackle. And now Tabby takes control. Targeting that back, hitting that lower spine of Merlin, sending him into the corner. Bouncing his head off the turnbuckle. Tabby Cat has had very few shots. I feel like if I were to describe how Tabby Cat is right now, where he's at in his career, he's still too green. Tabby Cat needs to spend some of his lives practicing some more wrestling, making sure that nobody can beat him. And speaking of one of his 9 lives, right there, connecting to Merlin, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this kid isn't green, he's gray. And maybe he can pick up a win against a former Icon Division champion. Former 2-time Icon Division champion. Back alley-oop, thwarted with a forearm to the chin. Back body drop by Merlin, keeping that momentum for a little bit longer. And Merlin's going to make Tabby Cat see some stars. Tweety Bird going to be circling around his head here to put Tabby Cat away. 2, kick out of 2, barely getting that shoulder up. And the emotional side of Merlin showing once again, shining bright. Yakuza kick! Yakuza kick by Merlin. And a splash, but rolls through. Snap suplex by Tabby Cat. Tabby Cat's going to try to keep this pendulum. Pause of Fury, try to keep this pendulum swing in their favor. And just stomping them into the dirt. Using the claws to grab at the eyes of Merlin. I don't know how legal that is, but the referee seems to be okay with it, so I guess I am. Tabby Cat top rope. Looking at Merlin on the floor. What could Tabby Cat be thinking from this position? Diving DDT! From the top rope to the floor and the paws straight to the chest, right on the heart of Merlin. GTB, Merlin Gambledorf the Blue. I very rarely call him by his full name. Tabby Cat maybe concussing Merlin. 1, 2, kick out. Getting that shoulder up with authority is Merlin. He's going to work over Merlin's legs. That's his magic missile drop kicking legs. And his Yakuza kicking legs. I'd say Merlin's one big move, as I said it, seeing stars! One big move away from putting Tabby Cat fully to sleep, and I just might be right. No! Maybe Merlin's heart wasn't quite in that one. It seems like the emotions are getting to him. The emotions are running high with Merlin. Jackknife! Elbow drop! Merlin going up top one more time. I say one more time, but I don't even think Merlin's gone up yet. Looking to put out everything in his arsenal. Oh no, not magic missile dropkick. Axe handle. The devastating axe handle. 1, 2. Oh, he kicks out of the devastating axe handle. Merlin thought he had it. Deadlift. Sit down power bomb. Merlin. Oh my god, gets caught. Gets caught by Tabby Cat, flipping him over. And another paw of fury this side of the arm. Tabby completely catching Merlin off guard. Merlin's back up top. Can he thwart this high flying attempt? Axe handle. That might be it. Merlin back up takes him down, arm drag. Merlin up top. This time it's one more time. Up top, shoulder tackle. Spine buster by Tabby Cat, looking to put Merlin away. Back alley oop. One, two. No, Merlin. I thought it was all she wrote, but Merlin back up. Could that have been the last hit? No. Tabby looks like desperation pins now, trying to keep Merlin down. Paws of Fury, no. They don't connect this time. Merlin, third time's the charm. 1, 2, 3. And Merlin picks up a win against Tabby Cat. Could we see another championship in Merlin's future? We'll have to see, but Merlin takes the main event here tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching Masu Pro Wrestling. I'm Masu Pro Wrestling today. We will see you guys next week.